So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about this song, Guide Me. I wrote this song many years ago. I think it has to be over 10 years ago. And I remember the day I wrote this song exactly. And it was just one of those very difficult days. My whole world was falling apart. Everything that made sense at one point didn't make sense anymore. What I thought was one thing was another, and it was just a very difficult, overwhelming day. So much so that I went to work that morning and was sent home because I was in so much distress. I broke down. I had an anxiety attack at work and I started crying and sobbing, and I could not explain what was going on to them at that moment because I myself had no idea what was happening, why everything was the way it was. So I couldn't clearly explain to them, and I was sent home. That day I was in my room and I was sobbing and picked up my guitar because a lot of times grabbing my guitar and just singing out some sort of worship or praise or even a prayer has been a way that I use to communicate with the Lord. I started singing. I picked up the guitar, I started strumming, and I started singing. And to this day, I have not written a song in this way. On my knees, crying and just strumming the guitar, and I just sang out, and the words to this song just poured out of me. Just all of it just poured out. And after a while of singing and praising and praying this song, I realized this is a song. And then the songwriter in me kicked in, and then I grabbed a pen and paper and was like, I need to write this down. This is a song. At that moment, I was just asking him really to guide me because I had no idea where I was going or where I should go or what direction to take or what to do even. And so that was my prayer, just for him to guide me. There's a line in the song that says, guide me when I can't see the promise you gave to me. Some people have asked, well, what does that mean? Like, what do you mean the promise he gave to you? And that gets tied back to another moment in my life when I was a teenager. I was in a situation where I was feeling very overwhelmed, very distressed, and unsure of where my life was heading. I had to make very important decisions, and it was very difficult. And that day, I was also very upset. And I remember I picked up my Bible, held it close, and I did one of those, open the Bible, wherever it lands, that's the message. I got Psalm 20. And Psalm 20 says, the Lord answer you in the day of trouble. The name of the God of Jacob protect you. May he send you help from the sanctuary and give you support from Zion. May he remember all your offerings and regard with favor your burnt sacrifices. May he grant you your heart's desire and fulfill all your plans. May we shout for joy over your victory, and in the name of our God, set up our banners. May the Lord fulfill all your petitions. And at that time, I felt really strongly like that was God promising me that he would continue to lead me to victory as long as I remained close to him and as long as I kept asking him to guide me. So back then in my teenage years, I held on to this promise. I felt like this was his promise, that he was going to take care of me, that he was going to lead me to victory. And I would cling to him and stick to him and ask him to guide me always. And so many years later, when I was in this situation, when I wrote guide me, when I can't see the promise you gave to me, I was thinking about that verse because it's something that I hold close to my heart, and I trust in it. And so I thought at that moment, I cannot see any victory coming out of this particular situation at all. I don't see not even an ounce of victory out of this particular situation. This is a heartbreaking situation. I can't see it. But guide me to victory, and you choose to trust in me. And so that is how the song Guide Me was born. And I pray that if you're going through a situation where you're in despair, where you are struggling or suffering or just unsure where your life is heading, that He may lead you and guide you, and that this can be a prayer for you as well, that you can ask the Lord, guide me when I can't see the promise You gave to me, and I know that You will lead me to victory.